So, welcome to the day 16 of our UGC-NET Paper I class. Today, again, we are going through the codes and relationships in Unit-5. So, yesterday we saw or learnt about codes, how coding and decoding works. Today, we are going to see about relationships, that too on a particular blood relations. So, let's move on. First, what is blood relationships? For the namesake, I have to give an explanation, so please bear with me. Blood relation between two individuals is defined as a relation between them by their birth rather than by their marriage or any other reason. So, நம்ம marriage ஆயிட்டா நம்ம in our day-to-day life, a spouse is related through marriage or similar means which is followed in the earlier stages. So such thing, but blood relationships are not calculated based on such things. So primarily they are calculated by their birth. So blood relation questions or whatever blood relation questions involves the analysis of information showing the blood relationship among family members. So that doesn't mean there won't be any marriage or other related relationships mentioned. So that also would be there. Still primary focus would be given to the blood relation, that is by birth. So in this, a chain of relationships is given in the form of information, and based on the given information, the relationship between two members of the chain is asked for the candidates. So candidates are supposed to, we as a candidates are supposed to be familiar with the different hierarchical structures of the family. Idu mukyam. You please note this. Actually, I hope everyone knows this. Still, it is my duty to explain here. So that's why I'm saying. So we have to be clarified by the hierarchical structures of the family. Here, I want to particularly note that or notify you that in our Indian languages versus English or other foreign languages, so their way of describing the relationships vary. On a particular, I think South Indian languages. So I'm not exactly sure. I think only Jatin and those who know other North Indian languages might know my question answer. So South Indian languages versus North Indian languages, the way of representing or mentioning the family members also varies. Here, for each and every relationship, we have a different name. But in English, other foreign countries, now we are solely talking about English, so we are fixing with English. In English, very few relationships are individual. Most of them are collective only, because for example, here the brother of our father is called as based on his age, that is he is elder to our father or younger to our father. In Tamil we call it as, for a father it is appa, then that is for a elder father that is periyappa, and in for younger father that is chittappa or chinnappa, something like that. So whereas in English, any brother of father, they would be called as uncle. Here brother of mother is called as mama, that is uncle. In Hindi it would be chacha. So but in English, brother of both mother and father is called as uncle, and similarly sister of both brother and father would be called as aunt. Here only father's sister would be called as aunt, whereas and mother sister or elder, that is periyamma or chitta, whatever you will call. So here we have different, in our language diaspora, we have very separate names or mentionings of each and every person related by blood relation, but there they will collectively call us uncle, aunts and nephew, niece, cousins, whatever. So that's the problem. இங்க இன்னொன்னு என்ன பிரச்சனை என்னன்னா, we call our Periyappa, Periyamma, Chittappa, Chitti, their sons and daughters as brothers and sisters. We call them as like our own brother, like adanal dhaan nama anna akka, like that we will call. But in English they could be called as cousins. But if you take directly the meaning, our cousin meaning should be of that நம்ம அதாவது அத்தை பசங்க, அத்தை பையனோ பொண்ணோ, மாமா பையனோ பொண்ணோ, so they only we should call as cousin in our language diaspora. That is the biggest trouble every time we face while going for the different language. So please be clarified that in English there are certain pattern it is being followed. So I have given the what kind of patterns are there in the slides. So you please follow that pattern. Don't mix it and confuse with our own language. So here we are solely focusing on English only. So please note that you should follow only English kind of thing. So there is a different hierarchical structure of the family, which are generally 3 generations above or 3 generations below. So that's how blood relationships are defined in the blood relationships problems. So moving on. This is the main thing. Since this kind of thing is complicated, I have seen it in one website, so I have put it in the slides. So these are the 6 points you should keep in mind while attempting to solve the blood relations problems. So first thing, you cannot assume the gender of the person based on the name. So Alex, if there is a name called Alex, name could be called for either male or female. It just doesn't confined with only male alone. So even I don't know how many of you have learned comic books where there is a character in a series, Arrow series, called Oliver Queen. See, Queen is our commonly understanding of the word Queen is detrimental to female, but there the Queen is a family name, so that male and female both would be called as Queen. So when it is called as Oliver Queen or whatever, so please, you cannot assume the gender of the person based on the name. So you keep that in mind. Next, second, if the statement says X is the son of Y, the gender of Y cannot be determined unless mentioned in the question. So X is the son, so X is male, but Y oda gender kudukala, so this could be either father or mother. So the gender of Y cannot be determined unless mentioned in the question. So you keep that in mind. Next one, in puzzle based questions, a web of relations can be formed. So do not solve such questions in haste. அதாவது இப்போ இதுலயே I think there are certain questions but not much complicated. Still there are certain questions where you can if you have to draw it is in a pattern, so there is a high possibility where you can draw like web based structures so that anything can come anywhere. இதுலயே ஒரு question இருக்கு. There is a question where they have given a different notation or thing something, so that we will be confused and frame it as a different person. So don't solve such questions in a haste, that means in a hurry. So next, these questions are scoring and easy to solve, so do not panic if the question seems lengthy. அதாவது such questions பார்த்த உடனே there will be a set of lines, that is either 3 lines or 4 lines there might be. So அதை பார்த்த உடனே you please don't panic, because they might seem lengthy, but these questions are easily ready to solve, as well as scoring part is very easy in such questions. Next, in case of coding and decoding blood relation, use a pictorial description to solve the question. So I have given such explanation in the answer, our solving part. There I have given such things. அதாவது அவங்க என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா, you draw a flow chart or more similar to a pattern like family tree, then only you can easily identify the relationships so that you can solve efficiently. So they are asking us to, in case of coding and decoding blood relations, use a pictorial description to solve the questions. So this will make the symbols and relations clearer. So that's how these are the important pointers you have to keep in mind while solving these questions. So next, moving on, types of blood relations. So நான் சொன்னல in English. So இது வந்து these the left ones are how we will be receiving in the questions and what it denotes, that is the answer here. So here there are three types. One is paternal side, then maternal side, and the other side. So first, paternal, maternal, I hope everyone knows அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Still நான் சொல்றேன். Paternal side means father, that is அப்பாவுடைய வழி சொந்தங்கள். So whatever relation comes from father side, that side is called paternal. So next is maternal. Maternal na அதனால தான் you guys might have heard maternity ward in நம்ம ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்லாம் போகும்போது maternity, that's why it is related to mother. Maternal means mother side. Then here other relations. So first one, relations of the paternal side. So either you guys please note all these things because one question is related in the upcoming slides. So if you forget this, then we can't do anything. This is strictly confined to the English language. So now we are focusing on the English language. So this kind of thing is confined to the English language alone. There might be certain things comes in our own mother tongue also. Still not everything applies to our own mother tongue. So first one, father's father, appaoda appa, grandfather, tata in Tamil, and in dada, something like that in other languages. So father's mother, grandmother. Father's brother, see I told you no, nammalukku vandu if it is elder brother periyappa. Again guys, I am talking about Tamil. I don't know, some of you are speaking Hindi and Telugu guys are there. Sorry if I don't know, I don't know your own language. Still the father's brother, here they collectively, whether it is either elder or younger, they will collectively call as uncle. Similarly for father sister, collectively called as aunt. So children of this uncle, so whatever அவங்க பெரியப்பா பசங்களா இருந்தாலும் சரி, பெரியமா அதாவது மீன் ஆணோ பெண்ணோ யாரா இருந்தாலும், they are called cousin. So wife of uncle, so sister இல்லாம இங்க வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா father sister aunt நம்மளுக்கு அத்தை. இப்ப இதுல அப்படியே வரும்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா this one will come in directly Tamil only, this one also Tamil only, this could also called as Tamil only, but this one here we get பெரியப்பா சித்தப்பா, but here collectively called as uncle. So their children is called as cousin, but நம்மளுக்கு வந்து அண்ணன் தம்பி, நம்ம அதனால தான் வந்து பெரியப்பா பசங்க சித்தப்பா பசங்கன்னு நம்ம சொல்லுவோம். Here they will collectively call as cousins. So similarly wife of uncle, நம்மளுக்கு வந்து வயசை பொறுத்து பெரியப்பா, பெரியம்மா or சித்தி சின்னம்மா. Here collectively again she is also called as aunt. Children of an aunt or uncle, so again here their children also called as cousin. Husband of aunt, இங்க நம்மளுக்கு again இது டைரக்ட் தமிழ் தான், நம்ம அத்தையோட வீட்டுக்கார மாமான்னு தான் கூப்பிடுவோம். So here husband of aunt, uncle. So you please note the difference how it is coming. So either you guys keep in mind, this is for paternal side. Next, maternal side. So mother's father, here they have added maternal grandfather grandmother, but we again here collectively call as grandfather grandmother because that doesn't mean here also they could call us paternal grandfather grandmother. Still நம்ம கொடுத்திருக்கிற எக்ஸாம்பிள்ல ஸ்டிக் ஆகும், நம்ம அதை பத்தி ஆராய்ச்சி பண்ண தேவையில்லை. So mother's father is called as maternal grandfather and mother's mother maternal grandmother. Mother's brother is called as maternal uncle. So they are differentiating with paternal uncle as well as other uncles to maternal uncle means that is directly denoting as mother's brother. Next, mother's sister is again aunt, no maternal aunt, nothing. So children of maternal uncle also cousin. Wife of maternal uncle, so please see the difference here. Mother's sister is called directly as aunt, but wife of maternal uncle called as maternal aunt. So we cannot call this one mother's sister as maternal aunt. So please see the difference. அதனால while marking the relationships, you please keep all these pointers. Next one, others. So general are these things. Grandfather's son, நம்மளுக்கு it could be either father or uncle, whoever it may be. Again, grandmother's son, father or uncle. Grandfather's only son means that is our father. Grandmother's only son means that is our father. Mother's or father's mother, grandmother. So anga pathina நம்ம earlier here we called as maternal grandmother, but here they see na sonala they have come again to grandmother. So both are right only, but in case of any discrepancies or some confusion arises, you have to mark it as either paternal or maternal. So son's wife, பையனோட பொண்ணு, பையனோட மனைவி, so that is daughter in law. Daughter's husband, son in law. Husband's or wife's sister, that is sister in law. Brother son, இந்த இடத்துல பாத்தீங்கன்னா நம்மளுக்கு வந்து நம்ம பெரியப்பா சித்தப்பா யாரா இருந்தாலும் நம்மள அவங்க புள்ளன்னு தான் சொல்லுவாங்க. That is my son, my daughter. They will get when they are questioned about the exact details, then only they will say my brother's son or my sister's son, like that. But here they collectively call brother's son and brother's daughter as nephew and niece. நல்லா பாத்துக்கோங்க. Son means nephew, daughter means niece, and uncle or aunt's son, so our daughter, they are called as cousin. Sister's husband, brother-in-law. Brother's wife, sister-in-law. So நம்மளுக்கு and grandsons or granddaughter, அதாவது இங்க பாத்துக்கோங்க, பேரனோ அல்லது பேத்தியோடைய மகள். So they are called as great granddaughter. So நம்ம ஊர்ல we call it as கொல்லு பேரன் கொல்லு பேத்தி, like that. So we do have kollu parent, ellu parent, like that. We have different words for mentioning each kind of relationships, but in English one that is grandson is the first direct grandson, then the second generation grandson is great, third generation means great great granddaughter, like that. They will just add another word as great, that's all. So how many number of grades are there? So that many generations they are back related. So that's how it is working on English. So these are the types of blood relations. I hope everyone understood. Please keep all this in mind, because you will be solving all the questions based on this only. So first one, relations of the paternal side, next relations of the maternal side, then other relations. Now see, these are the generations, 4 type of generations. So first one, grandfather, grandmother. So note that we as a person always would be third generation only. So very rare cases we might come under second generation, but we will either be in these two. Maximum here, see they have put on the word self, no? So we will be here, or some rare cases they will be here also. So first generation is grandfather, grandmother, maternal grandfather, maternal grandmother. Second generation is mother, father, uncle, aunt, so maternal uncle, maternal aunt. Third generation, ourselves, self, sister, brother, sister-in-law, brother-in-law. Then fourth generation, son, daughter, nephew, niece. So that's how the relation generations comes from one generation to the next. So these are the generation thing. Next, types of blood relation questions. Nalla difference pathunga. Those were types of blood relations, but here types of blood relation questions. Namalukku exam la what kind of questions? Actually there are few more questions are that, but these 3 are very common and more covering more area. So that's why I have given only these 3. So first one is pointing or introducing, second one is family tree, third one is coded relations. So pointing or introducing, so இதுல என்ன நடக்கும் அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, they will be pointing a person or like, so it's more like a conversation, or நம்ம in English we will say active voice, passive voice. I hope everyone knows. So it is more like active voice. So in this pointing or introducing questions, a person points at or introduces some other person through conversation or by any other way, and we as a candidates need to find out the relationships between them. So as an example here I have given an example. Pointing to a lady, Rahul said she is the wife of my mother's father's only grandchild. So how is that related to Rahul? So அவங்க என்ன சொல்றாங்க, அவங்க வந்து என் அம்மாவுடைய அப்பாவுடைய ஒரே பேர குழந்தையோடைய மனைவி அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. So that means, so family tree then we have to draw. So Rahul's mother's father means Rahul's grandfather. Rahul's grandfather only grandchild means that is himself, Rahul. So that is the wife of Rahul. So Rahul's grandfather has only one grandchild who is a male, as the lady is that person's wife. So the grandchild is Rahul himself and the lady should be the wife of Rahul. So correct answer would be wife. ஸோ இப்போ நீங்கள் இதில் வந்து உங்களுக்கு டக்குன்னு மேபி யூ கைஸ் மைட் கெட் தட் பாஸ் என்கிற பாஸ்கரன் காமெடி ஏன் அதை அவர் நேராக சொல்ல மாட்டாராமான்னு லைக் தட் யூ மைட் ஆஸ்க் பட் சின்ஸ் these kind of questions act like this way we can't argue with those things, so you have to follow the family tree structure. Next is family tree. So family tree means, see here, at the most Rahul and the pointed lady and whoever he is speaking to, at the most only 3 persons are involved in this kind of questions. So we are deducing the family tree or relationships based on the statement given. So but the direct involvement in the persons involved in the question is only at the most 2 or 3 only. So but here there might be many persons involved. See here, Rahul, Mogan, Hari, so many persons would be involved. So there such kind of questions, for that we have to form a family tree. So in this type of blood relation reasoning questions, it is related to the relationship between 2 different family members will be provided in the questions, and candidates, we as a candidates will be asked to find the relation between any 2 of them. So the type of question is also known as by law or by blood type. Okay, so we should understand such things. So inga vandu ஒரு example கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Rahul is the son of Mogan. Hari is the father of Manu. See here, totally 4 persons already came. Rahul is married to Deena. So Rahul and Manu are siblings. So here Rahul and Manu are siblings. So that means this Manu is also the son of Mogan. So here Mogan has 2 children. Rahul is married to daughter-in-law. That means Mogan is the father-in-law of Deena, and Hari is the nephew of Rahul. So next, Kanav is the brother of Deena. So that means Rahul and Kanav is the brother-in-laws. Next, Mohan has only 1 son. So again there is a problem, because they will confuse us like this. Hari is the father of Manu. So Manu and Rahul are siblings. So we assume that Mohan is the father of Manu. But here they have given Mohan has only 1 son. So there we are omitting the another relationship. Then Neha is the daughter of Rahul. So that means she is also daughter of Deena. Again, they won't ask more complicatedly. Still there is a possibility that Rahul might have another wife. So she might be the daughter of another wife also. But they won't ask such complicated relationships. Still there is a possibility. So like mentioned in the pointers, don't rush to find the relationships. So namla inga pathina, we rushed to understand that Manu is the son of Mohan, but here they have given Mohan has only 1 son, so that one is eliminated. Next, Kanav is the father of Akash. So what is the relationship between Kanav and Akash? So inga pathina, if we observe the question carefully, we can see that Kanav is the father of Akash, but Akash's gender is known as is not known. Ena inga Akash vandu, like I said, since if they haven't mentioned any type of gender, you cannot assume something. நம்ம ஊர்ல ஆகாஷ் நாவே பேர் வந்து மேலுக்கு தான் வைப்பாங்க. Still we cannot assume that. So here they have given Kanav is the father of Akash. So அந்த இது வந்து நம்ம இது பண்ண முடியாது. But this one, if the Akash is the daughter, illa Akash is the son, here instead of this sentence, if they have given Akash is the son of Kanav, means then obviously Kanav and Akash would be father son. But if they have given Akash is the daughter of Kanav, then that would be father-daughter relation. But since they have given Kanav is the father of Akash, they have not determined the gender. So the correct answer will be cannot be determined from the above statements. நல்லா பாத்துக்கோங்க, நம்மளுக்கு நேம் வச்சு டைரக்டா we can say that அப்பா புள்ளன்னு சொல்லலாம். Still, since the gender is not mentioned here, we cannot assume directly about the gender. So they have given it as cannot be determined. But in exams they will give the option. If there is one such option, you can also note that option. But please be careful while solving such relations. Next is coded relations. இப்போ இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா is the father, is the brother, so is the son, is married to or is the wife of abdi kudupanga. But here they will just represent as symbols only. So in this type of blood relation questions, family members are represented as a particular codes or symbols such as plus minus anything they will give. So first we have to decode the symbols and we have to find the result. So the examples are conditions they will give. So first consider the below statements carefully. So $Q implies that P is the sister of Q. நல்லா பாத்துங்க, first letter P is the sister of Q. இப்போ இதுல வந்து so for the first two statements Q is the sister of P, P is the sister of Q, both are right. Again they could be since no gender is given, so this could be male also. So when the reversing there might be error. So please follow the condition correctly. So $Q means P is the sister of Q. P percentage Q means P is the brother of Q. P ampersand R means P is the mother of R. P at S means P is the son of S. So now find out the relationship between F and D from the following expression. So F inga irukku, D inga irukku. So you have to find out the following relationships from this expression. So adukku, so from the above statements நம்ம அதுல இருந்து இந்த இங்க கொடுத்திருக்கிற டாலர் percentage ampersand and at symbol we have known as sister, brother, at mother. So here we are analyzing based on this table. So what they have given the expression D percentage C. So first one D percentage C. So D is the brother of C. Okay. Then C at G. So at means son. So C is the son of G. That means both C and D would be children of G. Then $H. G is the sister of H. So again H is the sister of F. So G could also be F. Apna ivanga GHF, these three are sisters. So are siblings. That means D is the nephew. So here it is said as brother, so that is male only. So D is the nephew of F. So they could be inga vandu F ku gender kudukadanaala they could be uncle or aunt. So that is how the so here they have given a gender of F is unknown. If abdi kudutha suppose male kuduthirundanga that would be uncle, if it is female that is aunt, but F ku vandu that is surely nephew. So ஏனா இங்க வந்து we know that D is the brother, so saying so that is male. அதனால இப்படி தான் வந்து இந்த coded relations you have to solve. So that's all. So our class today over.